Okay, so today um I want to talk about the effects of sin. One of the ways I want to talk about the effects of sin is through one of the verses in Isaiah I've been reading. I've been making my way through the entire Bible. It's been quite a freaking journey. Um Isaiah's been really difficult to read. I'm going to be 100% honest, but I'm getting through it. Getting through it, yeah. Anyway, the verse we're going to start off with today is Isaiah 24. It's verse 5. The earth is defiled by its people. They have disobeyed the laws, violated the statutes, and broken the everlasting covenant. Um, what does this mean? What is God talking about, or what is Isaiah the prophet talking about when he speaks on behalf of God? Right? He is talking about the fact that, simply put, when the first man and the first woman ever sinned, they were a representative of all of us, right? And what that meant, simply put, is this: it means that we make our own decisions when we want to make them, whether they're good for us or not, right? Adam and Eve chose to eat the fruit, even though they both knew that it didn't make sense at the time to do that, and that God had just done better for them. God had showed them better, but they wanted to still do their own thing. They had everything. Like, think about that. They had everything they ever could have wanted, but they still wanted to do what clearly didn't make sense to do and was clearly wrong, just because they were easily coerced into that, right? Um, so reading that one more time. The earth is defiled by its people. They have disobeyed the laws and violated the statutes and broken the everlasting covenant. So there's a lot to analyze there. One of the things it says is that we defile the earth. How do we defile the earth? Like, for example, and this doesn't just talk about that time, it talks about now, especially, right? For example, you know that we know that we as humans are the cause of Earth's downfall. Like, as we speak, we're the reason why global warming exists, right? We're the reason why a lot of animals that used to exist don't exist anymore. What does this also apply to? It also applies to the fact that there's a lot of diseases and a lot of unnatural infections that exist nowadays that didn't exist back then. There's a lot. We're also the same reason why a lot of animals are extinct now, because we killed them off. Um, and when it talks about that we've disobeyed laws and violated the statutes and broken the everlasting covenant, what in specific is this talking about? Right? Is this talking about, laws that we made or laws God made? Obviously, it's talking about laws that God made, right? God had specific laws in place for us that were meant to protect us. Believe it or not, as much as it sucks to hear sometimes laws are there to protect you, even if they're not fun at the time. Um, which is just how it works, right? There's going to be times where doing the right thing isn't fun, um, but it's for the better, right? Like, there was a way to how things worked, and because we didn't go by that method, things have been changing since the garden, right? How animals function, how we as humans function, right? Like, one of the things that we as humans have messed with is relationships. Relationships are not as meant to be as broken as they are today. It's not meant to be weird to want to respond to somebody as soon as they talk to you. That's normal. That's how conversation works. Like, imagine if you had a conversation the same way you had a text, read for 3 minutes, and they respond later. That's not how a normal conversation works, right? And you can go even deeper into that and talk about how relationships nowadays work, where people seem just not to know how a relationship should go. Like, they don't know what's toxic and what's not. They don't know what's normal and what's excessive, right? But that's a whole different rant for a whole different day. The point I'm getting at is this: when it comes to this verse, it goes into a lot just by saying a small amount. And there's more to the verse as well. That's just us picking up that specific verse. But I just wanted to capitalize on the fact that the effects of sin, the effect that sin has on us, is just insane. It really is. It changes every aspect of our lives. And, like, for example, I'm a fast talker. And part of the reason why that is because when I was younger, people were talking all the time. You couldn't get a thought out in time. So either you talked really loud or you talked really fast, right? Which some people have also raised that, and it's kind of a subconscious thing too. Like, I don't always think about it until I start thinking about it, right? But sin affects every aspect of our lives, and it doesn't ever benefit us. Like, it's not in a benefiting way either. Like, God affects every aspect of our lives, but he benefits every aspect of our life. Sin does not do that. Sin hurts every aspect of our life. It hurts our relationships, it hurts how we work, it hurts how we learn, it hurts how we treat others. I could go on and on and on. It hurts how we treat the world, how we treat our own stuff, right? But yeah, so ultimately, when we understand the effects of sin, we understand why we need God. And learning why we need God is important, because if you just tell somebody about God, they're not going to want to listen. They're not going to want to indulge that. And the reason why is because, why the heck do I need God? Why would I need God? I'm doing fine as I am. When really no one's doing fine. But that's what the response is going to be, right? Oh, I don't need God right now. I'm kind of doing my own thing and it's working out for me. Um, right? Like I said, when you understand something, when you understand why you need something, you'll start to lean more into the idea of actually obtaining that something, right? It's when I understand why I need an inhaler or why I need glasses. Like for example, the first time I ever got glasses, I was like, I don't want those. They look nerdy. Okay, that was a really stupid thing to say because who cares? I need them to see. Would I not have glasses? I would be doing way worse in school because I could never see the board. Or better yet, would I have not had glasses? I would have always had to sit in front of glass, which would have made me a lot more nervous because I don't like people just staring at the back of my head. But yeah, this was a short message. Hopefully, I didn't talk too fast. The original message was a little bit longer than this, but I've condensed it more. God bless. Um, so yeah, I hope this is helpful to you guys, and I hope God has been blessing you guys. And if He hasn't, well, He isn't never. He's never not blessing you. He's always blessing you. It's just sometimes hard to see it. But if things haven't been going well, I hope they get better. I pray they get better, and I hope you keep trusting in God because having faith in God and following Him and trusting Him is what's going to get you places. I can guarantee you that. I've been dealing with a lot these past few months. That's the crazy thing too. It's only been 3 months. It feels like it's been forever, but I've been dealing with a lot, and God's been helping me through a lot. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm praying for all of you out there. Yeah, and God bless. Peace, guys. Hopefully, this one's audio is better.